Hello, good men. This is Darren from BeGoodMen.net, and I wanted to do a little video speaking a little more about happiness and some things that we can do in this new year, 2020, in order for us to be happier and to experience more happiness in our lives and also in the lives of others. Before I go any further, if I could have you please do the things, the YouTube things that everyone asks you to do, the like and subscribe. So if you could please do the things, I would appreciate it. I've done some previous videos about happiness and how to experience true and lasting happiness. And one of the things that I learned that I found was really fascinating is that our brains are hardwired to where when we serve or we help others, that we experience happiness, not just a temporary fleeting happiness, but an actual long-lasting and very satisfying happiness. And that's sort of what you can tell most of us are looking for in our lives, is we want more of that. And the way that happens is by us actually going out and serving other people and doing kind things. And in the previous video, one of the fascinating things that I talked about was that, and it wasn't myself being fascinating, it was it was from a TED Talk that I had watched. But anyway, the closer we are to our service or our act of giving, the more happiness it brings us. And when we can see the results of that giving, we can see the benefit that it brings the other person, or just the smile or the happiness, the more satisfying and the longer lasting that happiness is with us as well. So in order for us to experience more of that this year, in 2020, what I wanted to do, and what I'm doing and what I wanted each one of us to do, is for us to every day to rise with a service mindset, to wake up and have this idea of, how can I serve my friends, my family, those around me, those in my community, those in the world, whatever it is I can do to help others. And so if we arise with that mindset every day, rather than the normal things that each of us as humans do, where it's me, 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 instead we rise up and say, okay, how can I help others today? How can I be of service today? And then as you go out into the world, whether it's work, whether it's being with family, shopping, whatever you're doing, look for those opportunities to serve. Look for those opportunities to jump in, whether you're recognized or not, or whether somebody knows it was you that gave the act of kindness. Just always be looking for a chance to help and to serve other people. And then to go a step further, because it's one thing just to go and do these things, but it's another thing to hold ourselves accountable at the end of the day. So what I'm challenging each of us to do is to not only start with that service mindset, but end the day with that service mindset as well. So what I want everyone to do is to sit down, and whether you just do this mentally, whether you go ahead and write it down on your phone, in a tablet, whatever. I want you to review each day, and I want you to go through and say, okay, so what acts of service did I perform today? How did I help other people? And go through and think of those things and allow yourself to feel that happiness or the goodness that came from showing others kindness, right? Then I want you to think a little further and say, what else could I have done today? So did you miss an opportunity? Did something happen and you didn't jump in? Was there something later on you thought, oh, I should have done that. I should have jumped in there and helped, or I should have spoken up, or something like that. And if you think of those things, then stop and say, okay, well, why didn't I? Why didn't I help? Why didn't I speak up? Why didn't I, even if it's a stranded motorist, why didn't I pull over and ask them if they needed help? And then one more step is to go, okay, what would I do next time when I'm confronted with that same situation? How would I change from not doing the service to doing the service? What steps am I willing to take in order to do those things? And I think that if we do these things where we wake up with the service mindset and then at night we hold ourselves accountable and we say, okay, what did I do? What could I have done? And what could I have done better? I really think that we are going to not only change our lives and our hearts and experience that soul satisfying and lasting happiness that all of us are seeking. I mean, if you're paying attention, people are trying to find that happiness and all these other things, but this is one of the main places that it's at. And I think if each one of us does that, holds ourselves accountable, we will be happier, and we will have the happiness and the peace that we want in our hearts. But also, as we're giving and serving those around us, we have no idea who we're going to influence. There's going to be other people that are going to see this or be influenced by it, and they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to do that too, or I'm going to pay it forward and I'm going to help someone else or do something else. And little by little, by changing our hearts and our minds, we can affect everyone else around us. So this is my challenge to myself, and I hope that you will join me this year and that you will do these little things. And if you forget or you wake up in a bad mood, one of the best ways to get out of that is through showing kindness to others. It's hard to be angry when you're being helpful to someone else. So again, just a challenge. I want to challenge each one of you to do it. And most importantly, I want you guys to, as you do these things, I want you to go ahead and comment below this video. Let me know what you're doing, or maybe some really cool experiences you've had. If something good has happened, or unique, anything like that. Or you can email me. It's begoodmenpc@gmail.com. I would love to hear more of what you're doing and what's going on. I would really appreciate all of that. So hopefully it's not just me doing it, that you guys will be willing to do this as well. And I hope that as your happiness grows, you'll be able to challenge those around you as well, your sons and daughters and nephews and nieces and other family members, that as people see, what is it you're doing that's making you so happy, you'll be able to go ahead and let them know, here's some things that I'm doing that might help you. And then we change the world little by little and everyone around us. So anyway, I appreciate you guys listening this far, and I will be trying to get back on a better schedule of making more videos, but I appreciate you listening and watching, and I will definitely talk to you later.